Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Welcome in. It's Torrential Tuesday. Torrential because there's just so much to do. So since our live stream on Sunday, where everyone came out and said, "I want you to do this video," or "I want you to do this video," we're still catching up, and it's going to take a little bit of time. So let's get cracking. This next one comes from Wretched Motorsports. So do it so I can stop whining about it. Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. Violet Orlandi featuring Mori cover. Okay. I've known Wretched Motorsports since pretty much this whole channel started. And yes, this person has a tendency to whine a little bit until I do the videos that he or she wants me to do. There's nothing wrong with it. It's passion. Cheers. But you don't have to whine. It's done. Here we go. React to a Disturbed song covered by Violet Orlandi featuring another artist of her choosing. Yeah, that's not exactly a horrible thing for me to contemplate. So, oh no. Don't throw Old School in the Violet Orlandi patch. Oh, what will I ever do? Come on. You know I'm pumped for this. All right, so this is going to be Violet Orlandi doing a cover of the classic Disturbed song, Down with the Sickness. Here we go. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, the gracious comments, the suggestions, ideas, criticisms, death threats. Not so much that last one, but the other ones, yes. Check us out on oldschoolnerd.com. It's got all the social media, the Patreon, the merchandise store. It's all there. Anyway, let's get to the business at hand. This is Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. Violet Orlandi does a cover of it with Mori, and this comes from Wretched Motorsports from the Superchat live stream. You want it? You got it. Here we go. Someone actually darker than Violet Orlandi. Mori is it's pretty dark.
Ah, shit. Oh.
As a father of 3 girls, I cannot even begin to express to you how bad I want to pass a brush through that hair. It's the dad in me. I cannot help myself. All of my girls have long hair, and all of it gets tangled, and they come up to me like, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to school. I'm going to dance. I'm going this. I'm going there." And I'm like, "You're leaving, and your hair looks, yeah." And I'm like, "Give me your brush." And they're like, and I'm horrible about it, but you know, they're my girls. Mori's not. She can do whatever the hell she wants, and I'm not going to tell her no. She looks like she could slit my throat with just a look. So, you do you, honey. Okay, real quick, and you guys know how I do this, right? These are reactions. which means I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, it's so awesome. You know, that's clickbait reactions. Mine are real, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. Violet Orlandi reminds me if Wednesday Addams decided to have an amazing music career and she channeled the demon of Etta James. the long lost spirit of Etta James then came and inhabited her soul through some demonic ritual, and then she started her thing. Her voice is very, very sultry. It's dynamic. It's unique. I mean, it's not something you normally hear in metal. So I think that's why a lot of people go to her. That, and she's very young. She's very beautiful. She has a particular style that everyone's like, wow, that's really awesome. But she's got legit vocal talent. And it's a talent that isn't well known now. That deep, sultry alto that's very, very rich. So many people are used to two types of vocal a lot of times, where in modern times lately, we're used to power altos like Adele, you know, and a Kelly Clarkson and stuff. And then you have your sopranos, you know, and then you have those who are hybrids. Like a Flori Jansen is an classic opera trained power alto that can go into a soprano. And then you have the power sopranos. But rarely do you find a sultry blues rich alto that doesn't belt. She accentuates within her range. She doesn't overbreathe. Can she do more? Possibly. But she's staying in her style, and it's her mark. And that is her art. And she's very good at it. Ari Mori, on the other hand, she's also an artist in her own style. But what I'm noticing on her vocals on this is there's a dub in it. There's a double voice in there. She's recording it twice and layering it to give you that style, that effect you're hearing. That sounds guttural, yet like there's an inner spirit within her that's singing with her. It's spooky. It's powerful. I haven't heard her vocal stylings where it's just without a dub, without her. Now, when I say dub, please don't understand this isn't somebody on a computer or a mixing board putting something else in her vocal. No. What I'm saying is she's recorded it twice, singing with two different voices, and then they sync them up, and it makes her voice have a very unique sound to it, and it's called dubbing. Okay, and it's very effective. A lot of artists use it nowadays. Back in the 60s and 70s, they would actually play double tracks where they would record it and layer the tracks and tape them over and re-record with them playing. And they did it in kind of the psychedelic era. In fact, the Mamas and the Papas did it. That's going all the way back to the 60s. So it's nothing new. It's just done better nowadays. And it adds a particular effect. Now, what I want to see, Violet Orlandi is going to do her, which we know. This is why she has a huge channel. This is why Leo had her on his video. She's very, very good. I want to see Mori show me what she has, purely just her voice. She's got the artistic expression. She's got the look. She looks like she's ready to go to war. She looks like she could literally stand side by side with Brittany Slays of Unleash the Archers, and the two of them in a video would dress up with swords and go kill 100 men, right? But we've seen Brittany Slays of Unleash the Archers do a flawless vocal performance without any effects. We've seen it. What does Ai Mori bring to the table? Well, let's find out.
Get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it fall in the night. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Madness is the gift that has been given to me. these changes, leaving with these changes. Oh no, the world is a scary place. Now that you're broken up the demon. Get up, come and get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come and get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it fall in the night. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Madness is the gift that has been given to me. And when I dream, and when I dream, and when I dream, and when I dream, oh mommy, don't do it again, don't do it again. I'll be a good boy, I'll be a good boy, I promise. No mommy, don't hit me. Why you have to hit me like that, mommy? Do it, anyway. Why do you have to be such a bitch? Why don't you just fuck up and die? Why can't you just fuck out and die? Why can't you just live it and die? Never stick your hand in my face again, bitch. Fuck you! I don't need this shit. You stupid, autistic, abusive fucking whore. How'd you like to see how it feels, mommy? Here it comes, get ready to die.
All right, real quick. The band that's playing the cover, good musicianship, sounds great. Great work, guys. Just want to throw that in there. Violet Orlandi can do a lot of different things, and she's the kind of artist that you could literally go into a small setting or a large setting, have just a breakdown of instruments, and just listen to her seductively resonate her sultry, soothing alto voice into any type of music, and you'd be just like, and you'd be good with it. Mori, on the other hand, that's not her thing. But you know what you want to see her do? You want to see her have a badass band behind her, and you want her on a stage in front of a screaming crowd, and you want her to just show her art, which is just primal. It's a word I don't use very often when it comes to singing, but it's a primal, emotional art form that is best experienced live. Okay? And it's personal, it's intimate, it's disturbing on purpose. No, it's not vocally, that's not her thing. Her thing is hitting you right here with her words, her emotions. You can feel them in her eyes, you can feel them in her voice. There is a matter of, it's kind of like when people listen to Billie Eilish, okay? When Billie Eilish came out, people were like, I don't get it, because they didn't understand. They didn't understand her art form. The fact that the sound of her voice was so anti-emotional, like there was no emotion in her voice, right? Remember that? And she was just like the song Bad Guy. She's just, it was almost to the point of not caring. The tone of her voice sounded like she didn't care. But the lyrics and the emotion behind what was being done in the art captivated the world, right? So Mori's doing the same, except she's doing it, instead of reducing the emotion of something, she is projecting the emotion of something. You know who she reminds me of? Dee Snider of Twisted Sister back in the 80s. You remember? Someone who is not a classically trained vocalist, not someone who's running off doing these vocalist runs and is known for their musical vocal ability. No. Dee Snider slapped on the face paint, freaked his hair out, and passionately, emotionally reached out to people with his words, his emotions, and captivated the world. How do you know that? You can still go on YouTube, type in Dee Snider, and the first result is going to be him testifying before Congress about the dangers or the freedom of speech in artistry. Because everything he sung about was emotional passion and freedom of artistic expression. Dee Snider is Ai Mori, just 40 years before. So Miss Ai Mori, you're in pretty good company. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not a good singer. No. You're an amazing artist. That's my thought. She's going to do it again, by the way. Here it comes.
Oh, get out,
Called
come on,
it.
get down with the sickness. Get out, come on, get down with the sickness. Get out, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it flood into me. Get out, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get out, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucking get out, come on, get down with the sickness. Madness has now come over me.
Okay, that's a thought. Oh God. But you see what I'm saying? Just this picture of Nirvana's "Rape Me," the song, and you've got Violet Orlandi and Ai Mori, and it's the artistry of it. I mean, come on. She's an amazing artist. You can't dispute it. You may not like her art, but you cannot deny her artistry nature. So please, like and subscribe. Check out Violet Orlandi's channel on YouTube. I've subscribed to it. It's amazing. She has, and you know what my favorite stuff that she does? Just her bass on acoustic stuff. Just her, no production, just her sharing her vocals, her melodies, her emotions into a song. It is hypnotic. Check it out. Also, check out Ai Mori. Come on. The little emoji should tell you enough. You're not ready. Hey, by the way, thanks for the request, bro. It was pretty good.